Okay, Melly's got some friends. Welcome back to our channel, guys. If you don't know, I'm Andre.
And I'm Lisa.
And we're currently traveling through Europe with our 20-year-old camper, Millie.
Millie Vanilli.
If it looks like I'm wearing the same as I did in Barcelona, it is because I am.
I'm wearing something different.
Oh, good for you.
This
But we're
is
not in
my
Barcelona.
Granada outfit.
Grenada. So exotic.
Everybody told us that we just absolutely have to come and see Granada, and it wasn't on our radar at all. So we decided to leave the Cabo Delgado area, and today we drove to Granada. We parked here in the train station parking lot, and we plan on spending the next couple of days exploring the city of Granada and of course the very famous Alhambra.
Alhambra.
For which you have to buy tickets in advance. So we bought tickets 2 days in advance.
But it's afternoon, so we're going to see a few things today, and tomorrow we got the whole day, and tomorrow evening, afternoon, we're going to Alhambra. And if you look closely on the hill there, past the weird plastic things, there, Alhambra. First things first. What's first?
Let's get out of this car park and start exploring Granada.
Welcome to Granada. This is one of 4 gates to what used to be the ancient city. It dates back to the 11th century.
Puerta de Alviera, also known as Arco de Alviera, was the main access gate to the city of Granada during the Islamic domination. The gate was built in the 11th century by the Zirid Sultans. Throughout its history, the Puerta de Alviera suffered numerous transformations.
Left?
Let's right in there.
Okay, so it's...
Always trust my walking.
Always you're right.
I'm always right.
So far Granada is quite pretty, but it does seem to have a...
Hilly situation.
No, a dog shit situation.
Oh, God.
A lot of freaking dog
I'm not
poop.
sure we're supposed to be now. This is it.
It could be, look up there, massive doors. Well, can we go check it out?
Oh, this is it.
Definitely a bit of a dilemma with temperature management. Hot in the sun,
Really hot in the sun.
especially if you climb hills, but it's chilly in the shade.
Wow, this one's cool.
This is a cool gate.
This is a cool one.
Let's see. Oh, nice. It's a little bit overexposed in the distance.
Wow.
Ooh, this is quite scary. Guys, you won't believe it. Look, there's the train station. And if you look very carefully, there's Merle. Standing there all not quite alone, but in the furthest part of the car park. That's funny. Beautiful view from up here. Can't see the cathedral. But we're going higher. It's still lunchtime here. We're a little bit lost. Lisa says we're not lost. I think we're lost.
I'm not lost.
I think we're lost.
We're exploring.
This is it. This might be it, actually. The residence of a...
An Astrid Queen, and it had beautiful views through these little windows here. You can see the city. But we're not inside, so
No.
we can't see the city. So for us, there's no view. So we'll move on to the next viewpoint.
Where's the view? Cheated. Feel
Definitely
cheated.
feel cheated. Okay, now we have to go back where we came from.
Alright, so St. Nicholas, San Nicolas viewpoint church behind me.
Gothic church.
That side is a brilliant view over the complex, the Castle and Palace complex. But as you can see, it's also a brilliant hangout for weird people and delinquents. And it's oddly notorious for pickpocketing and weirdness. Yeah, it's a tourist spot, so I guess it is what it is. Can I taste now?
Nope. A very typical dessert found here in Granada originates from the adjacent town of Santa Fe. It's pure nonos, and it's a sweet pastry lathered with syrup and then topped in a toasted custard.
Yum.
It looks delicious. The only problem is they say that you can polish this in 1 or 2 bites, and we've got to share one.
I'll help you. Hello, cat. It's getting nice and late in the afternoon.
The sun's still shining.
It's still sitting high though, and here and there you find little hot pockets of tourists. Obviously we're not hitting the major spots today, but just getting a feel for the place.
It's great that there's so many viewpoints which are not the popular one. So if you want to be alone at a viewpoint, you actually can.
I actually think this side will be better in the morning with the light from the other side. Still pretty cool. Okay, this looks like a base part of town.
We keep going this way.
I'm not sure it's that way.
No, this.
This is definitely not the best part of town. Seems a bit dodgy. Oops. Rookie mistake. The view's getting better. The area not yet. We're looking for this view.
And even though the sun's still sitting high, it's definitely getting chillier.
And sketchier.
Very, very sketchy.
Sketchiness, yeah. Okay, let's go check out this view.
Perfect place for sunset.
I'll give you that. It's an amazing view from here. Sun's not great, but you can see the Alhambra complex. This spot we're actually standing at, even though it has a church, used to have the tallest tower within this walled city. But it was destroyed. A church was built here, that was destroyed, another church was built here. So it goes. You actually see a lot of this wall here, all along this bottom part. And that's the wall we were at earlier with the gates. And there's the white church with a view that way. Yeah, that's the sunset. And someone please close the refrigerator door.
It is freezing. I am pretty sure the temperature drops by a degree a minute.
Shit. Freezing. So we have to make our way down this mountain.
But this is definitely the highest point in Granada to see the sunset from.
Cool
and
spot.
beautiful,
Cool spot.
beautiful
Cool
views.
spot. Light wasn't great, but it was nice. We're gonna figure out a way to get back towards the bottom of this town. Not sure what.
Too scared to tell you how far it is.
And tomorrow we're gonna start all over again.
Tomorrow it's the Alhambra.
It sounds like you're saying abracadabra.
It does.
Okay, good night. Just like that. Next morning, Lisa's already taking photos.
Freezing, frozen.
Sleep too badly.
Is that snow? No, but seriously.
I think there might be a whisper of snow there on the mountains. Sierra Nevada mountains. I thought it was just a whisper of clouds, but it could be a bit of snow.
We were thinking about doing sunrise.
It's cold.
But man, with these temperatures, that's just crazy.
Okay, it's just like sun's out.
It's like 10 a.m. and it's 7 degrees out.
Okay, I'll pop in for a quick breakfast. Ooh, it's so cold. Hopefully it's warm inside.
Feels quite crispy.
Yeah, definitely.
Really nice and crunchy. Okay, I'm gonna try.
Ah, you're joking. Next level churros.
Wow. I must say, we can definitely recommend these guys in
nice,
Granada. Well priced and absolutely excellent food and coffee.
Alright, suitably fortified. Let's brave the
Sugar
cold
buzz.
and go explore. Okay, it's not 10 degrees, it's 8 degrees. We were lying.
I said it was 7. It was 7. Now it's 8.
Oh my lordy. Seems like the people of Grenada is getting up to daily activities, and we're looking for a bit of sunshine and check out a few sites. We have to sort of be at the Alhambra complex around in a few hours time, so we got plenty of time to stroll around and see what Grenada's got to offer. Lisa's obviously got an itinerary of note.
Yes, first up we're going to head to the Granada Cathedral.
Oh yeah, that's
Yes,
quite
we
pretty,
saw it
actually.
yesterday from the outside, glistening in the sunlight, so we're actually looking forward to getting to go see it this morning.
Well, can we go sun? Where's the sun?
This way.
My. What the heck? This looks like a right way.
Main tourist walkthrough.
Yeah, sure. Of course we're not lost. Luckily we've got a wide angle lens, but my arm's not long enough. It's a tall building. So this is the actual cathedral.
Yes. And it says Ave Maria on it.
Ah. That was supposed to say.
The Cathedral de Granada is dedicated to Santa Maria de la Encarnación. Its construction was started in 1501 by order of the Catholic royal couple after Granada had been retaken by the Christians in 1492. The cathedral was built on the former site of a mosque, and the burial chapel for the kings was completed first. For nearly 200 years, various architects labored on the build of this cathedral, making the Cathedral of Granada a mix of Renaissance and Gothic style. Next to the cathedral is the Royal Burial Chapel, housing the mausoleum of the Catholic royal couple Ferdinand and Isabella. In the sacristy of this chapel, you can now find a collection of art objects that once belonged to Queen Isabella.
We got yummy goodies.
Looks like you were robbing a bank.
I love Spain. I can speak Italian. They speak Spanish. We understand each other.
You think?
This place is awesome.
Now the question is, if we open the package, do you have what you thought you ordered? Meanwhile, it's going to be like a lump of clay and a
Funny.
pack of tissues.
What's wrong, honey?
No, why? Nobody's sitting down because these benches,
Oh, ice.
I think they're like sub-zero degree.
Wow.
Icy. Maybe we should have sat in the sun somewhere. Yeesh, mamma mia.
They say that this is a secluded spot with views of the Alhambra. I don't feel secluded.
It's sunny there. You can't see past the sun, but somewhere. It's officially past midday.
It's a beautiful day. The sky's blue, sun's shining.
Looking
Have
out
a look
over
at this gorgeous view of the Alhambra.
The sun's on a downward trajectory.
Oh no! I can't believe it's just not warming up.
Sort of escaped the tourist stream.
Completely.
We're actually just below the palace complex. We can look across to the old city. And you can see there's
Is that St. Nicholas?
St. Nicholas viewpoint where the church is. Way up there,
Is the one of San Miguel.
San Miguel Church.
And look at the wall.
You can see the city walls all around here.
We walked up all the way along that wall yesterday.
No, the other wall. So it's all on the left. So quiet. I think it's lunchtime or sleep time or something. What's happening?
We found the tourists again.
One or two tourists around. Not too bad actually. Alhambra complex is pretty much to our left here on this hill. So we're first going to do a detour. As always.
Because our tickets for the palace are only for 5 p.m.
You can access the grounds before for the whole
You
day.
only need about 2 or 3 hours to see everything else. So we're going to walk around here for about another hour
Okay.
or half an hour, and then we'll enter the grounds at 2.
Yep. Pretty much the last session before they close. You need to go higher. Yes, it. How do you get in there? Alright, let's go take a peek.
Campo de los Martires is located next to the forest of the Alhambra. After the King Boabdil handed over the keys of the city of Granada, Queen Isabel founded the Hermitage of the Saint Martyrs of the Religious Order of the Carmelites. The convent was destroyed in 1842 and the land was purchased by a private individual. Nowadays, this area consists of a small palace surrounded by beautiful gardens.
Whoa. That's pretty cool. Lost in the jungle.
Whoa.
Where are you going?
I think this way.
No, we have to get the gates are closing. We have to find our way. How do you get up there though? No wonder that guy was so worried. Only half an hour left. We're gonna get stuck inside. Look at the wall right there.
We have to go this way.
Maybe
We
if
have
you
to
go
get
this way, you might be able to. Okay. If we make it to the top of the tower, we might be able to see which way to go to get out. We're just gonna risk it across the bridge. And the alligator's lurking below. Okay, Lisa, go.
Oh, you're putting my life on the line.
Go quickly, do it for both of us.
Oh, no, now I have to scale.
Oh
this
no,
wall.
Lisa, no. Yeah, this is quite scary. Pretty cool. Can't see anything from up here, unfortunately. It's still a bit bushy. That's still cute. Okay, listen, these guys are closing the gates in 15 minutes.
Oh, shucks. Okay,
And we have to get skedaddling.
I think we need to go that way.
I have no idea. I think if you go... Do it more. He said, Jeffy, where's that annoying sound coming from? She's like, yeah, man.
Mating call of the blue tinted peacock.
But that's about it. Just do it. Alright, we are fortified due to COVID protocols, no eating and drinking inside the Alhambra complex. We don't really know what to expect, but we're probably going to have to wear a mask, so probably we'll try and do some filming and maybe just do a voiceover later to explain a little bit what we see. But it's an elaborate complex, and it's probably going to take us the rest of the day. I guess we got to get to it. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
Alright. Okay, we're in. So it seems like the mask policy and outdoors is uncertain.
Well, in theory, you're supposed to wear a mask.
I think that's if you go inside areas, maybe it'll be.
But
Sure,
having
you
your
have to wear
tickets bought online was really easy to just show your ticket, which has got a QR code on it, and your passport, and walk straight in.
We pretty much have the whole day really to, if you wanted to explore the rest of this complex. But you have to go into the palace at the exact time it's on your ticket. But they do warn you that you might have to queue to get in. So you might have to be there in advance. But we're going to Generalife.
Okay, how do you pronounce it?
I'm not sure. Generalife. Okay, confirmed. Generalife.
It's not general life.
Generalife is also known as Architect Gardens and was once the lush leisure villa of the last dynasty of Moorish sultans, where they spent their summers to escape the intense heat. Generalife is considered one of Europe's most beautiful formal gardens and is thought to date from the 13th century. The garden in its current state, though, dates to 1931 when it was restored as part of ongoing renovations of the Alhambra. At the top of the water stairway, you will reach the highest point of the Generalife and enter its bright white palace, the Court of La Acequia. From the last room, there are steps to the upper level which offers amazing views of the entire Alhambra and the town of Granada behind it.
I couldn't have asked, but this place is beautiful.
So far,
it really is, like
only
a picture book.
Generally incredible.
What's incredible here is the water features. Loud ones, there's softer ones, they've got different tempos. It's really amazing what you can do with the sound of water.
Different purposes. One is to create tranquility, one is to sort of hush talking,
Drown out the
so
talking.
drown out noises, and it's really quite...
It is very zen, that sound.
Alcazaba means fort, fortress. Quite imposing, mostly a military installation like a city inside a city. Wow. Look around. And we're inside the fortress.
This is crazy.
Oh, here's the sort of the... Oh, okay, wait, I have to turn this around. Mamma mia. Shoo, right.
The fortress of Alcazaba is one of the oldest parts inside the Alhambra. It possibly predated the arrival of the Muslims, with the first historical reference dating from the 9th century. The current fortress was built by Muhammad I in the 13th century, where its primary function was defense and shelter from external attacks. The entrance to the Alcazaba opens into Om Square, where in the middle you will find some remains of Arab residences. The Alcazaba's defining features are its ramparts and its three towers, the Broken Tower, the Keep and the Watchtower. The Watchtower is the main tower of the Alcazaba and offers incomparable views over the Albayzin and the Sierra Nevada mountains. Om's Tower is located on the northern ramparts. It has a long rectangular projection, which also makes for great viewing, and for centuries this was the main entry to the Alcazaba.
Wow. Look at this.
Pretty cool, eh? Those these palaces.
That's crazy.
I don't look too bad on the hill either. That's where we were yesterday.
We were there.
Yeah, quite a place. The best is yet to come.
In 1526, as conquering kings are prone to do, Charles V built his own palace in the Alhambra. He respected the beautiful Nazareth Palace and chose to leave it intact, using it as his primary residence. For official functions, Charles built a fancy Renaissance-style palace, and although it's rather lovely, it does stand out like a sore thumb amongst all the elegant Moorish architecture. Regardless, the palace is Spain's most impressive Renaissance building. It has a circle within a square design and a two-tiered colonnade. The palace was meant to have a dome, but Charles' son abandoned the project. Instead, he chose to build his own palace outside of Madrid.
Ironic, it says Amstel,
Yeah, I was going to say, I turned my glass around at least.
but it's not Amstel. It's a very plasticky.
So save the planet, recycle.
We 20 minutes early for our palace entry, and they're extremely strict on their time entries. And this little cafe here is still open. Well, actually closing. That's why they gave us wine, but in plastic cuppies, sippy cups.
To pick up.
But so we're gonna sit for 15-20 minutes and wait for our time and enjoy our wine.
Enjoy the view.
Beautiful view. Check this out. And here's the Alcazaba and the village and the palace and the bar and Lisa.
And me.
The Nazareth Palace is the crown jewel of the Alhambra. It is well preserved and well restored, and offers the finest example of the refined, intricate and elegant architecture style of the Moorish civilization. The palace is a harmonious masterpiece of light, space and water, built out of brick, wood and stucco. Every inch of the rooms is decorated, top to bottom, with ceramic tiles, elaborate plasterwork, calligraphy, filigreed windows and stucco stalactite ceiling. Originally the palace was painted in bright colors, red, blue, green and gold, but sadly the colors have faded over time. There are three basic sections to the palace: the royal offices, the ceremonial rooms and private quarters. You begin by walking through the Mexwa, which leads into the large rectangular courtyard of the Myrtles. The courtyard of the Myrtles was also called the patio of the pond. Here a shimmering 150-foot pool reflects intricate plaster tracery of the gallery arches. Head left through an antechamber to find the adjacent Grand Hall of the Ambassadors, the largest room in Alhambra, 12 meters square and 25 meters tall. This was the throne room for the Moorish sultans, and its main aim was to impress, where the sultans, seated on their throne, received visitors and foreign emissaries. The ceiling is extremely elaborate and suggests the complexity of the universe. It was constructed using 8,000 small cedar wood pieces to make a delicate mosaic which conjures the images of a star-scattered night sky. In 1492, two historic events occurred in this room. First, Bob Dill officially surrendered to King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella. Second, Christopher Columbus made his first pitch to the conquering Reconquistas. He asked him to finance a sea voyage to the Orient.
We were a little bit skeptic about booking the last time slot for the day at 5 p.m. But I think I'm actually happy. You can hang back a little bit and the light is gorgeous.
I'm a bit worried we're not going to see everything. So it's like, do I have enough time to see the whole thing? Or...
Well, what's the worst they're going to do? They're going to keep ushering us out in the same direction to get us out. So I don't think we can lose.
Feels like we're being pressured.
The Palace of the Lions was built by Muhammad V and served as the residence of the royal family. A beautiful arched gallery supported by 124 columns surround its 14th century rectangular courtyard of the Lions. The courtyard connects to the hall of the Aben Sarajes, which served as the Sultan's living room. It has perhaps the most exquisite ceiling in the Nasr Palace, based on an 8-sided Muslim star in blue, brown, red and gold. The name of the room comes from a somewhat gruesome legend of when Sultan Mulay Hassan, the father of Bob Dill, took a new wife and wanted to disinherit his prior children. To ensure they didn't rise to seize power, the Sultan killed 30 family members and stacked their heads in the pool under the ceiling. In a palace otherwise devoid of figures, the Hall of the Kings offer a rare glance at life in the palace. The Raksas Garden was constructed between 1526 and 1538, at the same time as the Emperor's Chambers.
So let's get this labyrinth.
I want to count how many times I've said wow today. But really, this is just so beautiful.
We're still inside the palace grounds and
Half an hour till sunset.
there's still a bit more to see, evidently. But it's getting really, really cold. And
It's gorgeous.
the sun's fading faster.
The detail and the absolute
Ornateness.
ornateness, yes, that's a good
It's
word.
really, really nice to see that there is something that's very well preserved from such a specific time in history.
It's so different, and like you say, it's so well preserved.
Ooh, we fell in the
Don't
pool.
fall in the water. Wow, well that was Granada.
It's a pity it got dark so early, but it felt almost a little bit rushed in a way. I think we made the best of this day.
I'm really glad that we made the detour and we came to Granada. It's a beautiful city, and seeing the Alhambra is something I think everybody should really do. It's beautiful, it's exquisite, it's something very different.
You know? One thing I can tell you is that coming to a very popular tourist destination, once again, has been a bit of a shock to the system, considering how long it's
Isolated
been.
we are.
Yes, and I actually long for leaving as fast as possible. We'll link again to the map we used to sort of follow if you're interested to see where we were.
And I think 2 days is absolutely perfect to see Granada. If you only have 1 day, I mean, it's worth it.
gonna be
But
tight.
2 days is perfect to see the place and enjoy the ambiance and do it in a relaxed fashion.
The big thing is that the city actually only come to life after 8 in some places, so you almost want the weather to be a little bit better to make the most of it. This has been an interesting experience, and from here we're moving on close to the coast again, but we've got a whole different chapter ahead of us for the next 2 months. So you guys have to...
We only have 1 more night left in Mali. Ooh,
Two more nights,
2
two
more
more
nights
nights,
left
yeah.
in Mali.
2 more nights,
and then
but-
things are changing.
Not sure how it's going to change yet, but we'll keep you guys posted. And thanks for watching as always.
We hope
and
you enjoyed Granada with us, and if you did, give us a like, subscribe so that you get the notifications.
we'll see you next time.